If you're interested in a naturalization ceremony, congratulations! You're almost across that finish line where you no longer need an immigration lawyer, and I love that for you. Hi, I'm attorney Hillary Walsh at New Frontier Immigration Law, and I have helped with hundreds of folks getting their naturalization and been to many naturalization ceremonies. So let's talk about what happens at those. So first, there are certain documents that you have to take with you, and you're going to have those documents that are listed on your naturalization ceremony invitation letter, essentially. So it's going to say when, where, why, how, and what to bring. So just look at what the instructions say. It's going to say it right there on that letter. Please don't be late. That always sucks. If you're going to run late, that's always the day, but parking and all those sorts of things can be complicated, especially if it's in downtown, kind of like it is here in Phoenix on occasion at the courthouse. So you want to be able to get there with plenty of time so that you're not stressed out, because it's actually a really fun day. As a fun anecdote, when I was in law school, I worked for a federal judge in Las Vegas at the federal courthouse, and he presided over many naturalization ceremonies while I worked for him. And he told me, Hillary, this is my favorite thing to do because it is the only day that everybody leaves court happy. Because you see, usually you have the plaintiff and you have the defendant, and the judge picks a side, and one person leaves happy and one person leaves sad. But with immigration, with these naturalization ceremonies, everybody leaves happy. And he just loved those ceremonies. And I think that in part, that's kind of what instilled just an overall love of immigration law for me, was seeing even a judge who, as old as he was at the time, still would get a little misty-eyed when people would take their oath to this country. And the ceremony itself is really beautiful. It's short. You take your oath of allegiance, you sign the piece of paper, and it's at that moment that you are now a U.S. citizen. And I will say, the other things that I learned over time as a lawyer is, do not be out partying and having too much of a good time before you're sworn in as a citizen. Because yes, you can be approved for naturalization and not have gone to your oath ceremony, and you can get a DUI. Or you can get pulled over with, even though it's legal here in Arizona, you can get pulled over with marijuana gummies or something like that. And that is going to be a problem for you big time, including the DUI or including a domestic violence charge or something like that. So between when you get your interview and you're approved for your oath ceremony, you gotta be a good boy or a good girl, because you do not want to get into any trouble after you get sworn in. You can get into all the trouble that your heart desires as a U.S. citizen, because now you're a U.S. citizen and no one can deport you. Of course, please don't break the law. I'm not saying that you should do that, but if you want to go out and do your thing, that is definitely a much better time to do it, including doing things that are legal, like having marijuana gummies. So, my friends, I hope this is helpful to you. Congratulations if you are crossing this finish line. If you haven't gotten to the oath ceremony portion yet, and you actually need to go to your interview, please check out my YouTube channel or my podcast, because I have 2 parts on naturalization interviews that goes through everything that you need to know and actually basically walks you step by step through a naturalization interview, so that you can go into those feeling super confident. And I have clients who've gone and done these and said it was literally like I had done the interview before, because it was so exact how the actual interview went for my naturalization. So this is available to you for free. My friends, congratulations. I can't wait to see you on the other side with your blue U.S. passport in your hand soon enough.